Hey guys, it's me, Faye here at Faye Desk, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I am a eclectic fairy Wiccan, and I film a variety of different videos on loads of different topics, including non-witchy topics. So if you like what you see, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. And if you look at the links in the description box, there's all the different other social media places that you can find me. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. And this video, I am going to be talking about a witchcraft on the fly. And I really wish I coined that term because I think it sounds awesome, but I'm pretty sure I didn't because I think I've heard it somewhere before. But witchcraft on the fly is basically as it implies, which is witchcraft in on the go, sort of like quick, like in desperate time, like quick, sort of like on the fly, you know, quick, impulsive, like, you know, just on the fly. But yeah, so magic or witchcraft on the fly, which I have done numerous times, is basically it's times when I've cast spells or done rituals without my usual setup. So I haven't had my altar here, or I've not had a vast variety of ingredients. I've not had my book of shadows with my spell or elaborately written out. I've not cast a spell on the correct moon phase or at a certain time, or I've done it on the fly, I've done it on the quick. I've just done it. I've had a situation where it's called for I felt that it called for me to cast a spell, so I have just done that. I've done magic on the fly in loads of places. I do it all the time before I am going to be driving a long distance. The other week I had for work, I had to drive to sorry, I'm adjusting myself here. For work the other week I had to drive to Wales, which for those who don't know, I live in England and Wales is the next country over, and whereabouts in Wales it was about 3.5 hour drive. I had to do that in one day, 3.5 hours there and 3.5 hours back. And anytime I'm going to be going on a long journey, I always perform a very quick ritual blessing type thing, sort of like a protection spell, travel spell, to make sure I get to my destination and back safely. I always do that every time, actually, really. I do that. I do a more sort of elaborate one. It's still on the fly when I am going on a long journey, but anytime I'm getting in my car and going anywhere, just because you never know, I always do a really quick ritual blessing, always ask the goddess to protect me. And I created this little bottle of different essential oils, like my own blend, as like a protection, and I use that, and I missed my car with that, so I used that instead of doing a ritual at my altar, like a proper spell where I light candles and burn my incense. So for me, the blend that I created in a little mist bottle would represent the incense, and the candles that I would use in my spell. And obviously I still say have my own little spell that I say to basically asking for the goddess to protect me on my journey and make sure that I get there and back safe and that no harm comes to me. And I always do that on the fly, and literally now I just spend 2 seconds as soon as I get in my car, even if I'm running late for wherever I've got to be. I spend 2 seconds, I do that, and I'm done and I'm gone, and that's it. And there's loads of different circumstances where you could do magic on the fly. There's been times when I've been at work and I've had conflicts with who I work with, and I have gone into the toilet and I have done a little spell. Obviously nothing to bring harm to that person, as personally for me that is not my practice. Just asking for help and guidance in the situation, and basically to leave me alone and to reflect back any negativity that is brought my way. So I do that. I've done that before, and that's literally just been a spur of a moment thing. I haven't had any, obviously I've been at work, so I don't have any candles, I don't have any altar set up, anything like that. Like, I work in an office, I literally just went to the toilet, and literally, it's quite sort of like a big cubicle where you lock the door and whatnot. So I literally just sort of sat cross-legged on the floor, and I just quickly went through it in my mind, just said everything I needed to do for the spell, and that was that. And you can do magic on the fly anywhere, anytime. Like, I feel sometimes we get so bogged down in the craft that we have to have things a certain way. We have to make sure we do things in the right moon phase, and we have to have this and we have to have that in order for our spells to be effective. But that's not always true. There may be times or circumstances in your life where you need to do magic on the fly, where you're out and about or you're in a bind and you need to ask for blessing or guidance or whatever it is, and that's totally fine. Tools that we use for our magic are a aid to guide our intention. For witchcraft and magic, you actually don't need any tools or anything. We've just sort of become so accustomed to needing to use certain tools to be what to think in our heads that that's the only way that we can effectively practice magic, and that is just not the case. It's nice and it's helpful, and I do find that tools really do help me to focus myself and focus my energy and my intent in what I want. But if you practice it enough, and if your intention is true, you can do magic on the fly. You don't need anything. Like, I've done spells and rituals so many times in various different locations at a moment's notice, and I've not used anything, because you don't have to use something. Like, it's all about your mind and all about your intention and your will to will it out into the universe. So as long as you have your mind and your attention, and you know what it is that you want and do, you can create things off the top of your head, and they can work. It may be slightly bit more advanced form of magic, as if you're first starting out, you may feel like, I mean, in the beginning, like a lot of practitioners, like, I didn't use my own spells for a long time. I got so many Wicca and witchcraft books, and I literally just used these spells and incantations in the books. But once you get further along in your path and you start to feel more confidence in yourself and you start to grow, you feel like you've come to a point where you're able to use your own magic, like your own sort of wording and spells and things like that. Like, maybe you'll find this a bit easier, but you can do it wherever. I mean, even when it's your birthday, I'm sure most people, when it's their birthday, no matter how old they get, I know I still have a birthday cake with candles. Like, when you close your eyes and you focus, and you're told to make a wish, and you focus that intention, like, you're doing magic on the fly. Like, you can do it everywhere, anywhere. Like, I mean, you can do anything you put your mind to. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I would love to know what sort of rituals and spells that you've done on the fly. And also as well, if you like this video and if you would like me to, I have a list of a few different spells that I've created on the fly. Like, if you like to see them, I can put them on my blog post, or I can make another video and let you know what exactly I did, because in case you want them for when you're next in a bind or whatever, let me know. But I will see you very soon in my next video.